Okay, so after discussing the information about these two writers, Charles Dickens and Robert Louis Stevenson, now I think we have to start talking about something new. Now, we will listen to the story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. This is the story which is in the next page. Now, the title is The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Now, this is the whole story. And we notice that the story is about 12 paragraphs. I suggest to listen to the story. And then we have some questions. These questions need to be solved. But first of all, I need you to take a look at these pictures. We have the picture in paragraph number 1. This is it. And this is picture number 2. This is it. And this is picture number 3. Now picture number 4 is here. This is it. Now let me show you picture number 5 about the 5th paragraph. This is it. And this is picture number 6. Picture number 7. I think it is up. This is picture number 7. Exactly, this is it. Now, picture number 8. This is picture 8. This is the picture number 9. Let me show you picture number 10 about the 10th paragraph. This is it. Let me scroll down to picture number 11 about paragraph 11. And this is the final picture about paragraph 12. Okay, so after taking a look at the pictures that we have about Mr. Hyde and Dr. Jekyll, now I think it's the time to listen to the story. Let's listen to the story. And absolutely, after that, we have some questions. These questions need to be solved. So, as I told you, I have to split my screen into 2 just to be able to see the whole passage or the whole story. Yeah, I think this is the best that I can do. But let me zoom the screen in. This is it. Exactly. Okay. Now I need you to do something, guys or girls, while listening. While listening, I'm going to scroll down to show you the paragraphs. Absolutely. When the speaker is going to tell us about paragraph number 1, he's going to complete speaking about the story. So I'm going to scroll down to paragraph 3, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay? So let's listen to the story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Now, the recording about this story is, let me check the recording. It is 9.10. So let me play the recording. Please listen to the story carefully. I need you to understand the story, to fully understand the story, because we have some questions. If you don't understand the story, you will not be able to answer these questions. So we said that it is 9.10. Yes. So let me play the story. So this is unit 9. And this is recording 10. Please follow the speaker.
Tape script 9.10. The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. London, 1886. One.
Late one night, a lawyer, Gabriel Utterson, was walking home through dark, silent streets when he saw a man attacking a woman. Utterson ran after him and caught him. The man's name was Mr. Hyde, and he looked ugly and evil.
Two.
Mr. Hyde showed no regret for what he had done. To buy the woman's silence, he wrote her a cheque. "Give this to the wretch." Utterson noticed that the cheque was signed in the name of Dr. Jekyll, a well-known and well-respected man.
Three.
Utterson was worried. He was Dr. Jekyll's lawyer and also his friend. He went to visit him. As soon as he mentioned Mr. Hyde, Dr. Jekyll turned pale and became angry.
My position is very strange. I cannot explain.
Utterson was confused. Who was Mr. Hyde?
Four.
A year passed. One night, an old man was murdered as he was walking home. A maid witnessed the crime and recognized the killer. Mr. Hyde had struck again. The police went looking for Hyde, but he had disappeared.
Five.
Again, Utterson went to visit his friend Dr. Jekyll. He suspected that Dr. Jekyll had helped Mr. Hyde to escape. When questioned, the doctor replied in a strange, wild voice that Mr. Hyde had gone forever.
Hyde will never return!
Six.
Over the next few weeks, Dr. Jekyll's behaviour became more and more unusual. He locked himself in his laboratory and refused to open the door. His servants were worried. When they heard his voice, it sounded different.
Go away and leave me alone.
Was that my master's voice?
They asked Utterson for help.
Seven.
Utterson and the servants broke down the door. Mr. Hyde was lying dead on the floor.
It's Mr. Hyde!
No, it's Dr. Jekyll!
He had taken poison. But why was he wearing Dr. Jekyll's clothes? And where was the doctor? Were Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde one and the same person?
Eight.
On the desk was a letter addressed to Mr. Utterson. In it, Dr. Jekyll tried to explain himself. He said he believed that inside every human being there was a good side and an evil side.
9.
Jekyll had created a potion. When he drank it, his whole body changed.
God help me!
I'm changing.
The good, kind doctor became cruel, ugly, and evil. He called this other man Mr. Hyde. To change back, he had to drink another potion.
Ten.
But after a time, Jekyll found that he liked changing into Mr. Hyde. He enjoyed being bad. He became more and more violent and cruel.
Take that! And that!
He took pleasure in hurting innocent people.
11.
Finally, Dr. Jekyll couldn't control Mr. Hyde anymore. He began to change into this monster, even without taking the potion. Jekyll hoped and prayed that Hyde would disappear.
God help me!
But Hyde always returned.
12.
The potion to turn Hyde back into Dr. Jekyll no longer worked. It had lost its strength. Dr. Jekyll could no longer get rid of the evil Mr. Hyde. He had to kill this monster. But to kill Mr. Hyde, Dr. Jekyll also had to die.
I can live in this world no more.
So this is it. This is the story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I hope that you fully understand the story because we have some questions. These questions need to be solved. Okay, let's try to read frames from 1 to 3 and let's answer these questions. This is frame number 1. Let me show you using my mouse. This is it. This is frame number 1. Now let me try to show you frame number 2. This is 2 and this is 3. These are the frames that we have to read to find the answers. Now, question number 1. Describe the attack and the attacker.
The attack هو مستر هايد اللي هو looked ugly and evil.
The attack and the attacker.
هي الwoman.
The attacker is a woman or vice versa. Maisa, who attacked whom?
أنا اللي فهمته مستر هايد woman.
Mr. Hyde is what? Okay, can you describe the scene?
يس الأتاك هو مستر هايد
Uh-huh. Mhm.
واللاير هو الجربر هو اللي شافهم
Amazing.
اوكي نمبر 1 يعني عم بيجوا اتاكينج a woman وشافوا كيف عم يقتل المرأة.
Okay, amazing. Okay, now let me ask you question number 2. Question 2 is saying, how did Mr. Hyde react when he was caught? Don't forget that you have to read paragraphs 1, 2, 3. So, how did Mr. Hyde react when he was caught?
عطاها تشيك.
Okay. How
Give
did he?
her.
worried
He
and
wa-
no worried
Mr. Hyde was worried.
oh
Can you read, please, paragraphs number 2 and 3 to find the answer? How did he react when he was caught? If you read paragraphs 2 and 3, you will know the answer. Okay, we notice, guys, when Dr. Jekyll's lawyer, and also he is his friend, when he mentioned Dr. Hyde, Dr. Jekyll turned what? Turned pale and became what? Became angry. So this is the way that he acted. Okay? Now let me show you exactly. Now question number 3. Question 3 is saying, what was strange about the check or the check?
إنه تشيك مش باسمه باسم
Dr. Jekyll
Yeah. The check was under the name of whom? Utterson noticed that the check was signed in the name of what?
of Dr. Jekyll.
Dr. Jekyll, exactly. This is why Dr. Jekyll turned pale and became angry, because he was caught. That he was the person who did the attack. Okay. Now, question number 4 is saying, why was Dr. Jekyll angry? Why was Utterson confused? So, why Dr. Jekyll was angry and why Utterson was really confused?
قلنا angry لأنه تشيك باسمه.
Exactly, thank you. And why
Okay.
Utterson was really confused?
لأنه هو was Mr. Hyde.
Who was Mr. Hyde? And how could they check in the name of Dr. Jekyll? Okay? Exactly. Now the final, this is the final question. Okay. Now this is about frames 1, 2, 3. Now let's read the frames 4, 5, 6, 7, and let's complete and say the questions. This is frame number 4. This is frame 7. Now let me show you 5 and 6, just to be able to read and find the answers. This is 5 and 6. This is 5. This is 6. This is 4. And this is 7. And we have to answer the questions. Now, the next question is saying, describe the murderer. Let me scroll down to the frames. So describe the murder.
One night, an old man was murdered as he was walking home.
Exactly, as he was walking home. Okay. A maid, this is the maid. The maid witnessed the crime and recognized the killer. Okay, she knew the killer. So he was Mr. Hyde because he struck again. So the police went looking for him, but absolutely he had disappeared. Okay?
Okay.
Now the next question is, what did Atterson suspect? So if you want to read paragraphs 4, 5, 6, 7, you will know the answers.
He suspects that Dr. Jekyll had helped Mr. Hyde
Thank you so
to
much. This
escape.
is it. He suspected that Dr. Jekyll had helped Mr. Hyde to escape. Thank you so much. Now the next question is, what did Dr. Jekyll say about Mr. Hyde? What Dr. Jekyll say about Mr. Hyde? Take a look at the pictures in frame 4, 5, 6, 7. We notice that Dr. Jekyll said, Hyde will never return. Or Hyde, Mr. Hyde had gone forever. Okay? This is what Dr. Jekyll said about Mr. Hyde. Now the next question is, why were the servants worried? They're worried about what? If you read the frames before,
Mm. He
fine.
looked
Number
He
uh,
what?
he locked himself in the
Yes,
library.
thank you, Maisa. He locked himself in his laboratory and refused to open the door.
Opened the door.
Exactly. This is why his servants were worried. Okay? Now the next question is, what did they see when they broke down the door? So we are in the frames.
Mr. Hyde was lying dead
Eh,
on the floor.
Exactly. So Mr. Hyde was lying dead on the floor. He had taken his poison. But why was he wearing Dr. Jekyll clothes? Okay?
لأنه the same person.
The same person. Thank you, Maisa. I think now you start understanding the story. Okay. Now we have to read the frames from 8 to 10. This is frame 10. Let me show you this step. And this is frame 8, 9, 10. Wait, let me check this again. To 12, from 8 to 12. So these are the frames that we have to read just to be able to answer the following questions. This is frame 8, 9, this is 10, 11, 12. Now, the first question in these frames is, what was Jekyll's theory about personality?
No, he said he believed that inside
Yeah,
every
thank you. Inside
human
every
being
human being, there was a
there
good,
was a good side and a
a good what, Hiba? Side.
side.
Exactly. Okay. So inside every one of us, there was a good and bad side. This is his theory about personality. Now, the next question is, what happened when he took the first potion?
His whole body
Yeah,
changes.
thank you.
A
His
good kind.
whole body changed. Okay? And absolutely, the good, kind doctor became not cruel, ugly, and evil. Exactly. Now, the next question is, why did Dr. Jekyll like being Mr. Hyde? Please read the frames carefully. Why did he like to be Mr. Hyde?
No, to change
Enjoyed
dark
being bad.
No?
He enjoyed being bad.
Yeah, thank you,
He
Maisa,
became more
because
and
he
more
enjoyed
violent
being bad. Exactly. So he
and
became
cruel.
more and more violent and cruel. Okay? So, and he took a pleasure in hunting innocent people. Okay. Now, the next question is, how was Mr. Hyde cruel? Yes, he was cruel, but how? We said that he became violent and cruel. How?
He took a pleasure in hurting
Yes, thank you
innocent people.
again. So how? He took a pleasure in hurting innocent people. This is why he became really, really cruel. Okay, now the next question is, in what way did Dr. Jekyll lose control? So he lost his control, but in what way? At first, he was,
Finally,
uh-huh,
Dr. Jekyll couldn't control
uh-huh,
Mr. Hyde anymore. He began to change into this monster.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, in what way he began to change into this monster even without taking the potion? So, this is why he couldn't control himself. Now, the next question is, or the final question is, why did Dr. Jekyll have to die? So, he had to die, but why?
He had to kill this monster, but to kill Mr. Hyde, Dr. Jekyll also had to die.
Okay, Hiba, but why? Why Dr. Jekyll had to die? Because,
إنه هذا نفس الشخص لأن بدي
yeah,
يقتل هيدا.
yeah, I know. But why had, I mean, we said that he had to die. He said that I had to die. Why? Why did he say that I have to die?
It's strength.
Uh-huh. Mm. Complete reading, please.
خلاص هذيك Dr. Jekyll could no
Yeah,
longer
this is it.
get rid the evil.
Exactly. Because
Right.
Dr. Jekyll could not or could no
No
longer
longer.
get rid or control of the evil of Mr. Hyde. Okay?
Okay.
So this is why he had to kill himself to stop him or to stop the evil. Okay? So this is it about the questions about the story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Now, let's try to know the characters that we have in the story. Who is this?
Mr. Hyde.
Okay. And who is this?
كمان.
The second one is Mr. Hyde. But the first one is who?
Jekyll.
Yes,
Dr.
thank you, Hiba. So he is Dr. Jekyll. This person is really ugly. So Dr. Jekyll. Please write it. This is it. Dr. Jekyll. Now, who is this? The friend of Dr. Jekyll.
Lawyer.
Yeah, the lawyer. But what is the name of the lawyer, Hiba?
Gabriel. Same.
Gab. This is it. Thank you. Gabriel Utterson. Thank you so much.
Okay.
This is the person of this story. So Gabriel Utterson. Now, who is this?
هيدي اللي شافت المشكلة.
Yes, this is it. Witness, who is a maid. So the maid who witnessed the crime of Mr. Hyde. So the maid. Now, who are these? Let me make it a little easy. So, who are these? I think these two people are these two people. Who are they? They try to open the door because Dr. Jekyll was exactly. So the servants